Hi, I'm Nat Gurumurthy. I'll show you today how to add a Tuffy liner to your bike tire. This is hoping to reduce the number of punctures you see because of thorns that you hit on the road. First things first, you have to completely drain the air out of the tire. If you got a simple Presto valve, just loosen the nut here and push on it till all the air comes out, and it might help if you squeeze the tire a little bit and you get most of it out. So once that's done, use the tire iron to get at least one side of the tire off the wheel. Be very careful, don't pinch the inner tube. So I usually start taking the tire off somewhere away from the stem, on the opposite side. The stem is here. I usually try to start from the opposite side of the stem. So you line up the thing along one spoke and you stick two of them in, and that's it. So after you get the first one off, it should be fairly simple to do the following. So there, that's completely off. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to take the inner tube completely out of the tire. So, once you got the tube off, here's what you should do. Completely flatten it out, undo this thing, and you want to drive all the air out of the tube by, grab the whole tube like this so it's nice and flat. You grab it from the end, push on the valve so air will escape, and you slowly, it's like squeezing out toothpaste. You want all the air out of the tube. This is an important step because it will create the space that you're going to need later on when you install the liner. Once all the air has escaped, tighten the valve stem down so no air will rush back in. So if you do that, it'll be nice and flat and floppy like this, so you'll have room to work with when you put the liner in. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to run your finger all the way inside your tire and make sure there are no sharp objects, there's nothing poking through. Then again, check the inside of the rim and make sure there is nothing sharp anywhere, otherwise they'll all put holes in your tube. the liner out of the packaging, and you'll notice it's got a little bit of curliness to it. So I typically will take it and I'll roll the whole thing in the opposite direction to get some of the curl out of it. There, that should do it. Next, stretch the whole thing out. You know, kind of double the liner on itself, and approximately find the center of the tape. The reason for doing this is you're going to align the center of the tape right behind the stem, because that's the space, that's the area where there's not much space and you don't want the overlap to happen right behind it. So now that I've found the center, here's the stem. So I'm going to first insert the liner right at the stem, and then start sticking the liner into the tire right behind the tube and work through 1/4 of the tire to the, let's say, your left side of your of the stem. Then work the other side and get it in. Actually, you might as well at this point get it in all the way. Make sure. Here comes the other side. Okay, so now that the line is kind of sitting in, kind of, you know, press the tire down like this so as to, it'll stay in place. Now, the sequence, we're going to start putting the tire back into the rim. You always start at the stem. The stem is the area which is tightest, there's a little space there, so get it in first, otherwise you'll regret it later on. So once you got one side in, now start slowly working your way around the wheel. So I typically do about 1/4 of one side, then I go work the other side. And make sure the tube is not kinked or the liner is out of position. And now, as you can see, we are almost there, very close. So in my case, I'm using a tire which has got Kevlar beading, and which makes it very easy to put the tire in. If you have the ones which have got steel wire on the edges, it might be a little bit of a struggle, but it can be done. And there we go, it's all in.